First thing shown to the viewer is a bullet flying by and MTTC production comes in. This challenges the convention of real products, as you usually would expect to see a production logo. However, as a group we decided to not use a production logo as the resolution of it was too low and the transitions made the intro look unprofessional. For the first shot, it is a close-up of a flower, which is used ironically. This is made clear when the antagonist steps over it, making it clear he is not a good character in the film. Often, openings and thrillers must make it clear early who the protagonist and antagonist is, so the viewer can understand the story more, and also not get too attached to all characters. Also, during the shot, the producer's name is shown along with the large title, Location H, right after. We decided to show the title at the start because putting it at the end makes the opening look more like a trailer. The font is white and also has a slight black glow to make it stand out more. Found out without the glow, the credits often were hard to read and see. The next frame is a close-up of a plant, which is also used ironically just like the previous plant. The focus is set on the protagonist running by, but as he passes by and goes out of shot, the focus goes onto the plant, leaving the antagonist blurred out. This creates a suspense for the viewer, not showing the identity of the antagonist. I've also seen this in Casino Royale, where Mr. White's identity is hidden when he helps James Bond, but his identity is only shown in the next film. This created suspense and it made me think who the character could be. In the next shot, there is a close-up on the brick, and the protagonist is seen running by, while the antagonist goes to pick it up. While he picks it up, he separates. This is probably one of my favourite shots, because the brick placed on the ground and the antagonist picking it up suggests that it will be involved in the future. In the next shot, for the first time, we see the face of the protagonist, who seems very scared. You can tell this by his facial expression. He's wearing a casual costume, which makes him relatable, but also makes him different from the antagonist, who is shortly seen standing beside the tree behind him. However, as the protagonist passes by the camera, the dark figure disappears. The screeching sound makes the viewer pay attention to the mysterious figure, and also highlights that he's the antagonist. His face is not shown, creating suspense. In my opinion, the shot conforms to the thriller genre, as the two characters in the same shot together have huge differences, making it clear who is good and who is evil. In the next shot, we see the brick again, but this time a close-up with the antagonist's hands. In the distance, we can see the protagonist sitting down. This makes him look inferior to the killer. As the antagonist approaches, he is shot at a low angle to look superior, while the protagonist is sitting helpless without any weapons to use. This goes well with the music, changing to a more intense tone, creating more fear. You have their identity still not shown to the viewer. They are more likely to be attached to the main protagonist who has shown feelings. In frame 7, we see the antagonist go down right in front of the protagonist. This happens immediately after the antagonist swung the brick at the protagonist. However, there is a blackout and we hear a gunshot. Right after the gunshot, we see the brick fall in front of the camera, followed by the antagonist himself. The slow motion, along with the slower music, calms down the situation, but now creates suspense because the gunman is unknown for now. This shot conforms to a thriller genre, as the antagonist loses battles even if it goes down to the wire. In the next frame, we can see the gunman. His face is unveiled after the camera tracks from the tip of the gun right to the face of the second protagonist, who says the first line of the film, "He's down." He is very calm, showing that he's experienced, and is dressed similarly to the main protagonist, making him also very relatable to the audience. This shot reminds me of The Expendables 2, when Billy's friends were in trouble, but with his sniper rifle, he was able to help them out by taking out the enemies. This therefore conforms to the thriller genre. In the final frame, once again, we can see the dead antagonist, with the protagonist searching him. The protagonist seems more confident and safe. After checking his face, pockets, and ID, he walks back, leaving the body.